Beachbound Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is mostly about cozy mysteries and romance books, and today I'm starting a brand new spotlight. So excited about it. If you haven't seen my Spotlighting Cozy series and you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. Oh, I love finding new people to talk about books with. Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically, my Spotlighting Cozy series is where I look at different themes and subgenres within cozy mysteries, and I tell you what's out there to read. And really, you watch my TBR pile grow. And grow. And grow. And hopefully yours is growing as well. That's the goal, right? And to have some fun. So I took a poll on here and I asked on here and I took a poll on Twitter about what spotlight to do next after I finished up my last spotlight, which was British cozies. And I gave you two choices. It was animal cozies or bakery and candy shop cozies, and people have voted for the bakery and candy shop. If you voted for animals, I'm doing that next. So they are coming. Animal cozies are coming. All right. So remember to comment below. Let me know which of these that you read, which of these that you're excited about. If you add any of these to your TBR, really anything you want to talk about with Cozy Mysteries, down there is a place to do it. On your way down to comment. Don't forget to stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week. All right, let's get to it. We're spotlighting cozies, looking at bakery and candy cozies in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, guys, a few notes before we get started. I promise they'll be quick. One, I said this in another video, so if you already saw it, if you haven't, I just want to tell you, I just hit 200 subscribers. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I mean, I really can't believe it. I am so thankful. I just wanted to make sure I took a minute and said thank you. I made this channel to talk about books with people, and I knew I needed people or I wanted people to talk about books with, but I didn't realize how much I really needed it until I had it. I have friends that read and I talk about books with, but not as much as I need to get my fill. And especially now that I think most people aren't really interacting with a whole lot of people or seeing anybody. Maybe you're not even leaving your house like me. Other than work, I don't go anywhere. And so I couldn't be more thankful to have found you guys and be able to talk about books as much as I am. And I'm having so much fun. So thank you. All right. My next note is, because I'm trying to incorporate a mixture of cozies and romance books, because I read a lot of both, I'm going to be starting a spotlighting romance series. So if you're into romances, tune in for that. It's coming very soon. My first theme will be sports romances, so I'm really excited about doing that. My third and final note, which I really want input from you guys on, is I'm going to be doing, coming up, I've been talking with a couple other people that are booktubers and collaborating to do live reading sprints. So basically we would do reading sprints, but we would also talk with you about our channels, talk with you about the books that we're reading, the books that you're reading, and really just hang out and talk about our lives or whatever else is fun in the moment. So I'm so excited about doing those. They're coming very soon. Let me know if you're interested in seeing those, and because I really want people's opinion about what they like with the reading sprints or what they want to see. And I'll keep you updated on when we're going to be doing those. All right, now I'm ready to jump into the list. We're looking at bakery and candy shops. We're covering authors whose last names start with A and B today. So the first series is the Chocolate Covered Mystery Shop series. The first book is called Death is Like a Box of Chocolates. It's going to be right here. I love cozy mystery covers and titles. I do. I just love them. Oh my gosh. This series is by Kathy Aarons. There's 3 books in it. I've actually read the first 2. I really enjoyed them. When I kind of get off of a series in terms of if I'm not caught up, like in this one, I haven't read book 3. It has nothing to do with me like falling out of me liking the series. It's usually that I got sidetracked on another one. So when I started researching this Spotlight, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta read book 3 because books 1 and 2 were so good, y'all. So the main characters are Michelle and Erica. They are best friends and they own Chocolates and Chapters, which is a chocolate shop and bookstore, which is amazing. This series takes place in Maryland. So it says, whether it's to satisfy a craving for chocolate or pick up the hottest new bestseller, the locals in charming West Riverdale, Maryland are heading to Chocolates and Chapters, where everything sold is to die for. Best friends Michelle and Erica are celebrating the sweet rewards of their combined bookstore and chocolate shop by hosting the Great Fudge Cook-Off during the town's Memorial Day weekend arts festival. But success turns bittersweet when Main Street's portrait photographer is found dead in their store, poisoned by Michelle's signature truffles. As suspicion mounts against Michelle, her sales begin to crumble and her career seems whipped. With Erica by her side, Michelle must pick through an assortment of suspects before the future of their dream store melts away. Again, 3 books in this series. I really loved the first 2. You should totally check it out. Oh my gosh, the next series is one that is so wildly popular. It is by Ellie Alexander, who is very well known within the cozy community, as she should be. She is fabulous. It is the Bake Shop Mystery Series. If you watch other cozy mystery channels, and the 2 that come up automatically on the top of my head, who I really love, are Intentionally Bookish and Courtagonist. I'm not sure about Intentionally Bookish. I'm sure she has. I just can't think off the top of my head. But Courtagonist talks about Ellie Alexander a lot. Like, it's one of her favorites. So this series is so fabulous. And if you haven't checked out those 2 people and you like cozy mysteries, you need to do so after this video. So the Bake Shop series book, the first book is called Meet Your Baker. It's right here. Like, meet your maker. Oh my gosh. Again, this series is one that has fabulous covers. All of them are fabulous covers. So it says, welcome to Tort, a small family bake shop where the treats are so good, sometimes it's criminal. So this series is Jules Capshaw is the main character, and she is a employee at the family Tort, which is a family bake shop. This takes place in a small town in Oregon, Ashland, Oregon, which is the home, somebody told me, it's actually in the synopsis, but it's the home of the Shakespeare Festival. So, because I originally thought Ashland was a fictional town, and somebody on here during another comment let me know that it wasn't. So, let's start over with the synopsis. It says, welcome to Tort, a friendly small town family bake shop where the treats are so good, sometimes it's criminal. After graduating from culinary school, Juliet Capshaw returns to her quaint hometown of Ashland, Oregon to heal her broken heart and help her mom at the family bakery. The Oregon Shakespeare Festival is bringing in lots of tourists looking for some crumpets to go with their heroic couplets. But when one of Tort's customers turns up dead, there's much ado about murder. 12 books in this series. It is so good. I really, really love this series. So the next series is the Maeve Conlon series. It's by Maggie Beribi. The first book is called Once Upon a Lie. It'll be right here. I've actually never heard of this series, so I'm really interested in checking it out. It says that the main character, Maeve, is a bakery owner. It says Maeve Conlon's life is coming apart at the seams. Her bakery is barely making ends meet, and one of her daughters spends as much time grounded as the other one does studying. Her ex-husband has a new wife, a new baby, and a look of pity for Maeve that's absolutely infuriating. Her father insists he's still independent, but he's slowly and obviously succumbing to Alzheimer's. And now her cousin Sean Donovan has been found dead, sitting in his car in a public quiet park in quiet Farringville, New York, shot through the head. Wow, she does have a lot going on. There was never much love lost between Maeve and Sean, and she's not exactly devastated by his death, but suddenly the police are poking around, asking the family questions. It's just one more hassle Maeve doesn't have time for, until she realizes that her father, whose memory and judgment are unreliable at best, is a suspect in the murder. Maeve is determined to clear his name. Wow, 3 books in that series. she really sounds like she has a lot going on. I feel for Maeve. I'll probably definitely check that out. I love culinary cozies. Let me know if you've read it. I hadn't heard much about it, so I'm excited about checking it out. The next series, I'm sure y'all have heard of. It is the Donut Shop Mystery Series by Jessica Beck. The first book is called Glazed Murder. It'll be right here. The main character is Suzanne Hart. She is the owner of Donut Hart's Coffee Shop. This series takes place in April Springs, North Carolina. So it says, meet Suzanne Hart, owner and operator of Donut Hart's Coffee Shop in April Springs, North Carolina. After her divorce from Max, an out-of-work actor who she's dubbed the Great Impersonator, Suzanne decides to pursue her one true passion in life, donuts. So she cashed in her settlement and opened up shop in the heart of her beloved hometown. But when a dead body is dumped upon her doorstep like a sack of flour, Suzanne's cozy little shop becomes an all-out crime scene. Now everyone in town is dropping by for glazed donuts and gruesome details. The retired sheriff warns her to be careful and that everyone's a suspect. 47 books in that series. Let me say that again. 47 books in that series. I am definitely not caught up, but I have read multiple and I really, really enjoyed them. I do want to make a note because I feel like some of these I've covered. There's going to be overlap in some of my spotlights. You know, maybe we're going to have a British series that also has culinary aspects. So you're going to hear, you know, overlap in my spotlights. So if you have already, that's why it's gonna happen. I feel like it's happened, so I just thought I'd make that note. The next series is, I love this series. It is the Southern Cake Baker series by Mamie Bell. The first book is Cake and Punishment. It's right here. I did not know for a long time that Mamie Bell is also Tanya Capps, who writes a series that I absolutely love and I've talked about on here. It is the Camper and Criminal series, but this one is also fabulous. So right now, let's talk about this one. So the Southern Cake Mystery series, the main character is Sophia Cummings. She is a pastry chef and she is the owner of Goodness Cakes Bakery in Kentucky, which is a cute name. So in this one, it says Bucolic, Rumford, Kentucky. So that's the town that she's in, has glowing fields of bluegrass, a fine selection of bourbons, and now a professional pastry chef. Broken-hearted Sophia Cummings has come home from New York City. She's not there a minute before she's charmed into making her high school friend Charlotte's wedding cake. The kitchen at the Rumford Country Club seems perfect until Chef Emily's body is discovered. Sprawled near the stove, a cast iron skillet on the floor close by. With one look at the shiny new frying pan, Sophia knows it's not Emily's. She offers her knowledge to Sheriff Carter and her talents to Evelyn, the manager, who needs an interim chef. The mood in the country club is grim. Emily's peppery personality had burned members and staff alike. Sophia wonders which one of them burned him. 2 books in that series. I wish there was more because I read both of them and they were fabulous. But also check out her Camper and Criminal series. It's written under Tanya Capps. So the next series is one that I also really love. I really enjoy culinary cozies. They're one of my absolute favorite subgenres, so it's no surprise I've read a lot of these. And this one is one I highly recommend. It is the Deputy Donut Mystery Shop series by Ginger Bolton. The first book is called Survival of the Fritters. It'll be right here. The main character is Emily Westhill. She is the widow of a detective who was killed in the line of duty. And she is an ex-911 operator who starts a donut shop, opens up a donut shop with her father-in-law, who is a retired chief of police. This series takes place in Falling Brook, Wisconsin. So in the first book, it says, Emily Westhill runs the best donut shop in Falling Brook, Wisconsin, alongside her retired police chief father-in-law and her tabby, Deputy Donut. If Emily has learned anything from her past as a 911 operator, it's to stay calm during stressful situations. But that's a tall order when one of her regulars, Georgia Treater, goes missing. Georgia never skips morning cappuccinos with her knitting circle. Her pals fear the worst, especially Lois, a close friend who recently moved to town. As evening creeps in, Emily and the ladies search for Georgia at home, and they find her, murdered among a scattering of stale donuts. Disturbingly, Georgia's demise coincides with the 5-year anniversary of her son's murder, a case Emily's late detective husband failed to solve before his own sudden death. With Lois hiding secrets and an innocent man's life at stake, Emily's forced to revisit painful memories on her quest for answers. 4 books in this series. It is so, so good. The next series is the Piece of Cake mystery series. It's by Jacqueline Brady. The first book is called A Sheet Cake Named Desire. Oh my God, that's so funny. It's right here. It says New Orleans pastry chef Rita Lucero is out to bake her way to the top. But when she finds her almost ex-husband killed with a chef's knife in his back, she becomes suspect number 1. Yeah, that's just bad circumstances. If you're getting ready to become somebody's ex-spouse, you're probably numero uno if they are murdered. So it looks like in this one, Emily's going to have to sort that out. There are 6 books in that series. I don't know how. I have not read it because it sounds like so much fun. I love New Orleans, and I really like cake decorating. So Piece of Cake mystery series, it sounds like it's just up my alley. Again, it's by Jacqueline Brady. I'm going to so have to check that one out. All right, guys, we have one more. I'm so glad you hung out with me until the very end, and you should be too because I don't want you to miss this one. It is a great one. It is the Cookies and Chance mystery series by Catherine Bruns. The first book is called Tastes Like Murder. It's right here. The main character is Sal. She is a baker in New York. So in this one, it says Sally's had her crosses to bear. A cheating ex-boyfriend, crazy Italian parents, and an unfaithful husband, just to name a few. Whew, that's enough. After her divorce, she returns to her hometown to start a novelty cookie shop, whose specialties include original fortune cookies, served with a sprinkle of foreshadowing. But there's no warning when her ex-husband's mistress drops dead on Sal's porch, and police confirm it's homicide. Determined to stop her life from becoming a recipe for disaster, Sal takes matters into her own hands. With 2 very different men vying for her affection, dead bodies piling up, and a reputation hanging by apron strings, Sal finds herself in a race against time to save both her business and life before the last cookie crumbles. 9 books in this series. Seriously, you have to check it out. It is fabulous. I think I've read the first 5. Oh my God, I love them all. So, so good. All right, guys. That was our first candy and bakery spotlight. We covered authors whose last names started with A and B. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.